Hey guys, it's another morning drive for me, and I thought I would chat for a few minutes about a song that I've heard 1,000 times, but it really caught my attention because of a book I was reading. It referred to this phrase, burn the ships, and I've heard that phrase many times before, never really knew what it meant. I mean, I kind of guess I assumed. But, so I read that in a book by Napoleon Hill. He was talking about burning the ships. And then I heard this song like the next morning. And so I really listened to it. And it is the song by For King and Country. I think I'm saying their name right. Burn the Ships, I think, is the name of the song. But what it says is light a match, burn the ship, cut the ties, send a flame into the skies. And I think this is so applicable to so many areas in our lives. And throughout the song, if you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up and listen to it, because it is really, really good. But, you know, I've been thinking the last day or so, just through the different areas of my life that this applies. And some of the other phrases in the song are just, you know, really piercing, I would say. But where the phrase burn the ships comes from is that throughout history there have been accounts of commanders of ships or conquistadors or whoever. They would go to conquer a place, and the commander would tell his men to burn the ships. And he did this because he was leaving them no recourse. It's either we win this battle or we die. There's no way out. I guess my question is, so you win the battle, how are you getting back home? Because I'm thinking that, you know, when this was happening, there were no cell phones or radios, or that's another discussion for another day. But anyway, you know, it's about leaving yourself no way out. You have no way to go back. You have no way to go back to where you were. You know, it's do or die, basically. And so another part of the song says, you know, so long to shame, walk through the sorrow, out of the fire into tomorrow. You know, of course, we all are going through something. If you're not going through something today, you're going to be going through something tomorrow, or maybe you just went through something. I don't know, but we are all going to face times in our lives that, you know, it's just dark. And it happens. It's not like you one time and you've done it and you're done. I mean, it just sometimes it's kind of like, you know, life says, you know, hold my beer, watch this, you know, and it's just over and over and over. And, you know, so whatever it is that you need to say goodbye to, it's time to burn that ship, stop looking back, you know, tell it goodbye, and walk into the new day. I just did a book study in January called The Gifts of Imperfection by Brené Brown. If you haven't read it, read it. It's wonderful. But it's all about shame and vulnerability. Really good book. I know it sounds lame, but it is just a wonderful book. But, you know, so many of us carry shame from the past. whether it's ours to carry or not, whether it is something that was done to us or something that we have done. You know, there's a point in life where you have to treat that like that ship. Burn it, cut the ties to whatever it was that happened, and look into tomorrow. Look forward. Stop looking to the past. You know, so the book that I was reading was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I don't know if it's a classic, but it should be. But that's what I was reading the other night, and he was talking about, you know, many of the men who did just great things. You know, they lived their life like that. You know, they basically burnt their ships. They left themselves no recourse. They were determined to succeed, and it did not matter what it took to succeed. They kept at it. You know, I think about this with my Rodan and Fields business, and this is so applicable to any of our work, especially if you own a business like mine. You know, so many times people go into it thinking, we'll see. Let's just see if this works. You know, I'm going to give it a try. That is not the mindset really in anything that is going to bring you success. I think the mindset has to be, I am going to do this, and there's no other way for me. This is what I'm going to do. This is where my intention is set. This is my future. And I'm not saying that there's only one thing, because there's not. You know, I have many aspects to my life, and my business is just one of them. But for me, my mindset for my business is, this is going to be the vehicle that will bring me time freedom and financial freedom. You know, there are so many other good things that come along with it, but for me, I have chosen this vehicle of Rodan and Fields for a number of reasons, and maybe I will come back on one of my morning drives and talk about that. But it is, for me, I have burnt the ship of, you're not going to go back. You're not going to say, well, it just didn't work. Because just like anything, whether it's a diet, whether it's a business, whether it's an exercise plan, it doesn't matter what it is. Those things do work. You just didn't work it. I mean, honestly, if your diet didn't work, it's not the diet's fault. 99.99% of the time, it's our fault. Okay, I know there are medical conditions. Those aside, you know, all the women and men who start network marketing businesses who quit and say, well, it didn't work. No, it does work, because thousands upon thousands of people have done it successfully. So it does work. You just quit before you saw the fruits of your labor. You know, an exercise plan. Well, yeah, it just didn't work for me. No. Let's say what it is. You did not work the plan. I'm sorry. I just got very judgy and preachy. I will apologize right now. Guys, excuses. We have got to let go of the excuses. And let's just own it when we just don't stick with something. Let's own it when we fail, because it's okay to fail. It is Okay, we all fail. But let's not blame something else other than us, you know. So anyway, you know, that song just really struck me, and I thought I would share my thoughts about it, and just let you know that for me, my intention is set to build my business of, you know, ladies who, you know, I want to work with women who are ambitious is not exactly the right word, but who want more, who are driven, who aren't afraid to work hard, who aren't afraid of failure, who aren't afraid to learn new things, who aren't, you know, who just, and they're not afraid of being afraid. Let me tell you, people, I don't know that it's fear or nerves or what, but there are so many times I have to push myself through this feeling of discomfort before I send a text or make a phone call. And guess what? That happens in my job. You know, when I'm calling a new company and I want to talk to them about what, you know, staffing, recruiting, I get nervous about talking to a new person, you know, because I want to make sure that what I say sells, you know, Aspen. But anyway, guys, I am at a place in my life where I'm just done. I am done making excuses. I am done being afraid of discomfort. I'm done of being, you know, of wanting things to come easy, because if something is coming easy, it's not worth a whole lot. You know, it's when we work very hard that things are very meaningful, and that's when character is built, and that is when, you know, we just grow. We grow. So anyway, I apologize. I digressed a bit, and I got preachy, and I apologize for that too. But anyway, I will talk to you next time. Bye.